Hello friends, this is Coldron and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're about to head into the final boss of Abyssos. I don't know if it's the final, well, the lead up to the final boss anyway, because I think there's only 4 here. One final wish. Further of Athena's fate. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of love or pride. It was merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. So Athena sucks. Okay. I wonder if... I was assuming that Hephaistos was going to be the final... the 12th boss, but maybe Athena's going to end up being the 12th boss. I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Erechthonios could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Would have been better than now. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death ensured his safety. Hephaistos has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemithoi. I know not what his ultimate end is, but his plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. Yup. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we've returned Erechthonios to safety, in accordance with Agdistus's last wish. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaistos can no longer bend Pandaemonium to his will. There is but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartarus, where Athena built her testing compound. Is... I guess, I just... Because when Tartarus came up, I assumed it was going to be... that was going to be the third wing, but maybe that it still will be the third wing. We can assume that Hephaistos will offer fierce resistance. I must focus every effort on securing a safe means of approach. It still is. Tartarus must be the final area. Which means we won't be dealing with Erechthonios just yet, if that's the case. Lahabrea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Kakushu's phantom warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. His eyes are so friggin' cool. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaistos myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. So we are fighting Hephaistos right now. I take it you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaistos bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked. And the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. For some reason, until just now, it didn't occur to me that the thing at the end of the last video, where you saw him where you saw Lahabrea talking to Agdistus about locking his memories away, that was the creation of Hephaistos. I thought that was something else, but no, that was, he created Hephaistos at that moment. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Yep, you got Lalafell on your side. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together. All right. So we are, yep, here we go. Hephaistos. I mean, that's Hephaistos right there. No, that's Erechthonios. Sorry, this is Hephaistos.
Erechthonios is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
Does this version of Lahabrea really hold no love for Erechthonios? He's got claw feet. Perfect imperfection, Hephaistos. Yeah, he's got clawed feet. He's like kind of a bestial form. That's pretty badass. I like it. Almost looks like he turned his skin bestial as armor. Very kind of jailer jailer aesthetic with the chains and everything. All right, let's see what Hephaistos has got.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Does he have the same voice actor as Lahabrea? Genesis of Flame. So the outside is fiery, or just a death wall.
From fulgent flame my servants rise.
I see the direction that's facing. Is it like a... Yeah, okay.
Leave naught but ash in your wake.
Sunforge, is that a get out thing? Or get in? I don't...
Seep sorrow into your heart.
Oh, there must have been phoenixes on the side. I did not see those. Sunforge.
I'm tired of this farce.
Were there phoenixes on the side? They just must have missed that. I'll have to watch Sunforge more closely.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Reforged Reflection.
You will know my rage.
Blazing Footfall. So do we just... Oh, so there... Bounce to there. And then bounced out? Yeah. Okay. It's doable for now, but we'll see once more shenanigans are thrown into the mix.
Perish in flame's embrace.
Fourfold fires. So we get to the middle, and then what?
Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
So he chained those two. So are those two going to super explode? Okay. Are those two just the first to explode? Yeah. Okay, so he chains the ones that are going to be first to explode. Gotcha. Oh, and two of them... I think birds went into...
Flame my servants rise.
Okay, Sunforge. How do I know where the Sunforge stuff is going to come from?
Seep sorrow into your heart.
Is maybe Sunforge is just it comes on the wings.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
Yeah, not sure what Reforged Reflection is. This guy, his arm is a beast.
Pray to be consumed.
Into the shadows. Gaze. Okay, I see the gaze. Gorgonenian. So just kind of kill the ads. I can imagine the challenge here would be if people got stunned by them. If people got, like, eye blinded.
Sear flesh from bone.
Volcanic torches, what are you? So I see three things there. Is it just, like, don't be on the... Are they going to create a wall? No, they're going the whole way around. What's the... What was I supposed to do? I have no idea what I was supposed to do there.
Leave naught but ash in your wake.
Oh, there's a safe zone that they leave unchalked in. Okay, I see.
Tired of this farce.
I don't see what it actually is, but I do see that there was a safe zone in that second one that was created. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
I don't know what the Flame Viper was, and I'm concerned that's gonna come back in a second. Also, I like that you're going full Chimera now. I guess you've been a whole Chimera this whole time.
Oh, my rage.
Okay, Blazing Footfalls. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. Okay. We get bounced there. Bounced here, and then bounced from here out, right? Yeah. No problem at all. I love that transformation, how it, like, he kind of sucks his body into himself.
Perish in flames embrace.
Very cool. Oh god. So those two next. Is this going to be the safe zone? Yeah. Beautiful. That went beautifully.
Flame, my servants rise.
Oh, Sunforge, we have to get back to the middle, get back to the middle, get back to the middle.
Oh. Death.
No, we didn't get back to the middle. We didn't supposed to. I don't know what to look for there. That was the first time it wasn't. No, it was the second time it was to the side, wasn't it? Okay. Well, we got him. Go team.
You are prey to be consumed.
Not my favorite fight. Probably my least favorite fight of this particular batch. I don't know why. I didn't feel lost with it the way I felt lost during the fourth fight of the prior wing. I don't know. It just felt something about it felt less consequential. Mechanically less consequential. I don't know. Pandaemonium, Abyssos complete. Also, as much as I love the song, why did they... I'm surprised they didn't blow the song here, because it was like the Scream song. Because boy, was that a powerhouse, and I'm surprised they used it in the middle. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error when out of mercy I confined you here. Now I break it and leave you no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see you will not go peacefully. No, I guess he won't. I thought we just beat him, but maybe not. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaistos shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of Lahabrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erechthonios' dream to life. I guess Erechthonios' dream to resurrect his mom. Speak of him, speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? Yeah, human shields are not the best parenting method. There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erechthonios... he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive him and manipulate? I mean, you did. You clearly believe that was your role with the whole, like, let's give him just the right information so that, I don't know, it's a more benevolent manipulation that has the air of self-sacrifice to it. Like, let him hate me, but you're still trying to manipulate him. My wish. You would claim the name Hephaistos and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? I mean, that's like saying, like, yeah, so sure, I blew up the CVS, but what wickedness is there in I just wanted to eat some candy for free. I just wanted to eat some candy, and so I blew up the CVS. I threw everyone in it in prison. Like, I chained them in binds in dark chains so they could take the candy without them bothering me. What wickedness is there really in just a simple man wanting to eat a little piece of candy? Athena cared not for Erechthonios beyond how he could serve her ends. And you should know that. Like, Hephaestus should know that. Hephaestus was there. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers in my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Hold on, what did you say? No. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. Okay, so he was saying, all right, I'm done with Athena, and so I'll guide the star for now, right? In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers in my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. So he was saying, at that point, I vowed to be as little of a father as possible. I vowed to just focus on my work. But I couldn't just leave that be. Also, I did see that shot of how they got the two half faces there of those two. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You who are naught but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Stop it. No, I'm trying to... No. God, I just want to hide this. There we go. Okay. Mother, she... No, then who... How do... Yeah, I feel bad for Archthonios here most. Trust in Lahabrea, hearken to your heart, come back to us. I think... gosh. Because his heart is not something he should hearken to right now. Let's go with come back to us. Trust in Lahabrea, I think, will rub him the wrong way. I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever? And Lahabrea, I will have my say. Okay, good. He's busting out in a way that's detrimental to Hephaestus. How his mind was mine! Can't explain. Kakushu's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear, as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. Okay, so Lahabrea's voice rang through his head. Okay. Oh, you're going to be able to imprison him? Oh, crap. Nice job. And he doesn't need any soup up from Themis this time. When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've interred much worse. Yeah, but not you solo. You're not getting any. You're not getting any supercharging from him, huh? You're getting an assist, but it's not the same thing. You worthless, you... Ah! So they're keeping him alive. That's really interesting. Is that like the dark version of the Lahabrea crystal? Or just the Lahabrea crystal? I don't know. Or some other crystal. I don't know what that is. It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. Just pocketing it, but I'm not sure what that is. You did well, son. Nice job, Lahabrea. Now go have a catch. We did the thing. Where are we? That's a good question. Where are we? The Stygian insenescence cells. Of course, I should have known. With Hephaistos' essence contained in the crystal. So it's like a prison crystal. Okay. We may safely return Erechthonius above. That he would bind Hephaistos with only half his senses intact. Yeah, he's got some anime protag level powers ready to go. Quite understand his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. I would say so. Lahabrea, truth imperfect. I still don't quite understand why he has the evil demon vampire mask. I feel no trace of Hephaistos' poison in your mind. I guess I don't know what... Because Lahabrea is... No. Lahabrea is like a knowledge person. Logic and order, and... It's not like he's the Asian of temptation and evil. I don't know... Yeah, I don't know why he has that mask. Why that's... The person in Lahabrea's station has that specific mask. I feel no trace of Hephaistos' poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear. I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaistos, and the force of failing Pandaemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? I mean, I guess this is... Not Thanatos, what's it called? Tartaros. I see. Despite his muddled senses, Erechthonius felt that to seal Hephaistos away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. That makes sense. That was you're probably more practiced at that than at just straight up dealing an execution killing blow. Lahabrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaistos in the past? Indeed. He was naught but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A mass of ether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical course. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale, of Hephaistos' creation and Athena's end. Yes, please and thank you. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me? I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Also, what are those in the crystals? Those are just genetic material sort of thing? Failed things, failed projects? Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of Lahabrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. Whether it's intentional or not, the theme of like giant genetic, double helices around the side here in prison is apt, at least, for this conversation. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have been ever bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Why, was she not happy with who she was? Was she looking for... Not that. It wasn't like she was looking to... I think it's more wanting to become immortal than, like, wanting to change the way she looked. Such limitations we were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. No, I think we're getting that in the next patch, 6.3. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, though, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Words of Lahabrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, this challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. Meld with a creation. So this is behind the whole, like, Hephaistos thing, like the chimeric theme of all the bosses we've been seeing, including Hephaistos. The weaknesses of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more sexual. I take it I was born not soon after. Hey baby, want to meld our forms? Dispense with our weaknesses? I'm also, for anyone, for any of My Hero Academia fans, I'm currently watching that show for the first time. I'm midway through Season 2, and some of this is feeling a little bit like the, I don't remember, the half ice, half fire kid. Like some of his backstory with the mother playing the role of, and with Athena playing the role of Endeavor here. Just so, I believed she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandaemonium... Hello, Pigeon. When Pandaemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandaemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. Was it that simple? He just murked her? I don't think so. I made haste to Pandaemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Abyssos to watch from Tartarus's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best you see with your own eyes. Yeah, I don't think he just crept up behind her, machete in hand, and, like, ganked her ass. Maybe he confronted her and she lashed out. I don't know what. I'd be surprised if he went with the intention to kill her. So he's been chained up before. Is that me? I guess when he made Hephaistos, he took Erichthonius' memories too, which feels intrusive. You're well aware that out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandaemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand here before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Abyssos forever. As well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Erichthonius, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. Ah, this has got to hurt for everyone involved. Except for Kakushu, who revels in torment. I would meet my hand at the ends of none other. However, ere my time has come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. Feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great Lahabrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? I like this character. I mean, she's awful, but, like, I like her. I'm interested in her. History will demand an answer. Oh, no, I didn't do anything. I didn't think I hit anything. History will demand an answer. You bonded your souls. Well, but as you deserve one, give me your hand, Lahabrea, and we will know one another more deeply than before. Impossible. You bonded your souls? Wait, what? Why does Themis think that? Aye, the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. Oh. That's what she's offering right now. She's like, you want to know the answers? Okay. Let's merge. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I am become thee, memory and mind. No, don't let her mind meld you. And I thee. This seems like a mistake. I could be wrong, but it feels like a mistake. So now we're getting meta. He's showing her present Lahabrea, or I guess past Lahabrea? Anyway, we'll tangle that in a bit. Can you feel it? So we're in the past right now. We're in Elpis. Elpis is in the past of the present. And in there, within that context, that past Elpis version of Lahabrea, because present Lahabrea is dead, but this past Lahabrea is showing to Erichthonius and Themis and me a vision of his memory of an even further past Lahabrea. And that further past Lahabrea is talking to Athena, and Athena is showing him a deeper, further removed level. My heart, all that I am. I've seen Dr. Sleep. I'm worried. Is he going to get trapped here? No, he's not. Yes, as if it were my own. Fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. Yeah, the most selfish type of academia. So they split back up. So she just wanted him to show him that she was super curious. How disappointing. Because she got to experience him too, so did she find all his duty, like, nonsense? I don't know if she actually got... Maybe he just got to experience her, but it wasn't the other way around. I'm not sure. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains. No, it's a seed of corruption. Ah, dag nabbit. This is why he becomes all like, okay, all right, well, okay. Ah, you tricky so-and-so. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the self-same fervor. There's something like, and it's not, I mean, it's not something that's necessarily harnessed for evil, but this particular flavor of curiosity is rough. It's like someone saying, come, taste my ambition, mind meld with me. And then, like, you mind meld with them, and all of a sudden it's like, haha, now you have a secret heroin addiction. You might not need it now, but it'll grow, and over time it'll become obsessive, and it'll destroy you. Athena. I mean... We knew she was awful, but like, I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption of my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. How? You can't, can you? It was my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Yep, she's already made a successor. I think she goes out happily. This is... Today I renounce all that I was and live only as Lahabrea. Oh, that's an image. Even so, this is like, I don't know, this is Katara learning bloodbending against her will. This is not against her will, but like, the sort of thing where if the teacher dies, like the knowledge has been passed along and they're satisfied. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Aha! It wasn't just trying to remove a harmless memory for the sake of moving on. It was trying to move something that was by its nature corruptive. Okay. Never did I think I would face one day those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. You go to such lengths to escape your memories. You nearly rewrote your very existence. I don't think it's that wild, given how... Because we still don't know exactly what she was trying to do. Like, we know that she was very curious. We know she was willing to sacrifice anyone for it. Was she just going to use Erchthonius as a guinea pig, as one of many? Or was Erchthonius something special towards some very specific end? I don't know. But it seems like a wise move for his part. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed in our colleagues in the convocation. Igeyorm and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Excuse me. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I'll bet it was more emotional than that. Like, oh no, I thought it was going to be like he didn't want to destroy the memory he had of someone he loved. But no, my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt, so it was insurance. Okay. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Smart. No one ever said Athena was not smart as heck. Hephaistos doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. Some relationships are like that. And sometimes the ride is fun. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all that he and I were alike, we yet shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. That sounds correct. While I was enthralled to Hephaistos, you called out to me. What say you now? Does Lahabrea speak true? Oh, I thought she was shaking her head like, nope. He did promise. Yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. What does your heart tell you? I think this is the more likely to be sustainable. What does your heart tell you? I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me? Even knowing how I felt about my mother. The Lahabrea I know had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. You could tentatively go with it for now. Lahabrea, I know, holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more, so before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say, thank you, Hephaistos. So yeah, okay. So yeah, Hephaistos was his true name all along. It's just that was the part he forsook that part. He locked it away, and so when it popped out, it was the part that cared nothing about Lahabrea, the Lahabrea duty role of the convocation. That's why the doppelganger was Hephaistos. And he got to thank him in that role. I like that. I like that quite a lot. Okay. Hephaistos was far more than an imitation of Lahabrea. He was quite literally a part of him. So Lahabrea still is, like, missing that piece, isn't he? By casting aside the burden that Hephaistos represented, he shall become ever more himself, in a way. It's kind of sad. I've heard enough. There's more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandaemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. Okay. Athena viewed Erechthonius as the ideal test subject. Hephaistos' research must have been very nearly complete to seek him out like he did. Test subject for what? All we know is that they wanted to become as gods. But they don't know how Erechthonius would have helped. I owe you an apology, Kukushu. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaistos was so easily able to take hold of my mind. Also because Hephaistos was ridiculously powerful and you had, and knew your exact mind and weaknesses. I wouldn't blame yourself there, friend. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandaemonium, then I would never have known Lahabrea's story. My father's story. So what's going to wreck all this? Because we still got 4 bosses to go. Was a tale I saw, it was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azem upon my return. I can't help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. I'm afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandaemonium, there is work to be done. Wait, what? But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. I'm trying to think, so... Using the facilities in Tartarus, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their body. Okay, no, he's not talking about the... he's not talking about the warders, like the 4 final bosses. He's talking about the warders we've already, like, defeated and imprisoned so we could heal them later. Okay. We should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key... Thank you. The key to Hephaistos' experiments and how he intended to revive Athena. Are you sure you want to pursue that line? Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaistos' essence, that this mistake never again repeats. I am with you. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaistos' ether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. Was this the first crystal? Did the other, and I might be totally wrong on this, but because I was thinking like, oh yeah, it's just another soul crystal, another Asian soul crystal, but Was that one the first one, the Pandaemonium one we just saw, like the first one? Is that not something all of them have? I guess I don't remember. While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the... Oh, that's right! How this all started with the crystal that we uncovered. Okay. Someone beside the present company and Azem was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandaemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats remain. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. I'm sure that's it. I forgot the mystery is still... There's still plenty of mystery to go. That task may take some time. A resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure in about 7 months, and we will share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. Or, if you are inclined... take a much-needed repose. Go, unlock your island sanctuary. Do some Hildebrand. This talk of journeys smacks of Azem. As well it should. She has pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. Of course she has. That's Azem. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to Lahabrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. The crystal that hangs from Erichthonius's waist. I see it. Was a gift from me. Which one? Was a gift from me, made in the hopes that it would spark growth in his aptitude for magic. 'Tis plain he no longer requires it, but I see no reason he cannot wear it for a while longer. Hey, nice little cosmetic piece. Such badass eyes. As you may have noticed during our battle, Lahabrea's mask crowns me when I've transformed. I guess I didn't notice that. It is said that we manifest in a way that reflects our innermost selves. I had thought that mask a symbol of the chains that bound my heart, but recent events have caused me to reconsider that assumption. Yeah, it's your crown, it's your birthright, a symbol of your power and future office and pride and all good things as well. I look forward to your returning with the crystal, but worry not, I shall try my level best to stave off loneliness while you are gone. I wish you luck, but I don't think you'd find it. I unfortunately don't think that anyone can really resist the crushing loneliness when this little Lalafell is not around. Why, if it isn't Kokushu? Excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we've not been without our difficulties in your absence. What was I just saying? You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his search was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. And to make matters worse, Nemgigi has just sent word of an unusually large amount of ether coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. That's right, this whole thing started with the beast rising, didn't it? Something like that? I was just on my way to the Aetioscope. In fact, please, you must come with me. What are we looking at? Pandaemonium has risen. Okay. Awesome. That's good. Only good things are harbored by this. Pandaemonium in the present. What is that? Is it real? Unfortunately, yes. Why is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Oh, greetings, Grumpus friend. Yeah, that's why they call me Kokushu Stormcrow. And you two, Professor Claudien's assistants, I take it. When you arrived before me, I take it... As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation about why there's an ancient Etherean prison that popped up here. That's a good question. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Athos Law, but we know not whether he reached his destination. A rash endeavor even for Claudien, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. Yeah, kind of like, I don't know, maybe every scientist has a bit of Athena in them. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandaemonium, was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation is concluded. I'll be here. Very good. If you'll excuse me, I must apprise the forum. Okay. Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudien remains unaccounted for. Missed his office hours, even when brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination... Is unexperienced a word, or is it inexperienced? Is it... I know inexperienced is a word. Is unexperienced also a word, I mean? Failed to do Pandaemonium's pitiless spires justice. I can only wonder, if the facility traversed the ages, did the creations do the same within do the same? What of the keywords? I'm sure we'll find out. But answers to these questions shall come in time, I'm sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortuneau asked and write that report. All right. See you down the line, friend. I don't know which of these is good or not. And I'll pick a thing and go with it. But yeah, I don't know which of... I don't really know what's the good stat for Red Mage or whatever. But... Oh, this has got to be the Savage, right? Fascinating. As you say, the savage creation you encountered in Abyssos bears more than a few similarities to the carbuncle. Could it be that the arcane entities we know now had their origins in ancient times? I don't know how they got so small and cute after starting out that way, though. Just as curious was your story of the keyword who was melded with a tree of legend. Was it a tree of legend? Or is it just a regular tree? Where do the limits of the Hephaistos creation process lie, I wonder? And how do such creatures even survive once melded? I don't know. Oh, Rusano, one day you too shall develop the keen instincts of a researcher. Then you shall understand that it is impossible not to wonder, once the spark of imagination has been struck. That has a much more sinister, what previously would be a kind of a bland inspirational sentiment, has a much more sinister feel to it after having seen the Athena section. Kukushu's stories have already set several theories stirring in my mind, and I feel even more bubbling just under the surface. Why, I would kill anyone to get these answers, even my own son. Take Hephaistos, for example. It would not be a great leap to assume that He studied at length the regenerative and death-defying properties of the phoenix. And that is just the tip of the proverbial berg. Okay. Yeah, CTFO is what he's saying. Professor Claudian would have encouraged me, you know. Yeah, Professor Claudian is often Azizla. He can't help you now. He thrives on theories and imagination, but I do understand your point, Rusino. If I were to submit such a report to Master Fortuno, I would soon thereafter be forced to write a formal apology. Fortuno is more open to wild theories than you think. No, let's go with the more conservative option. He doesn't look like someone you'd want to make mad, especially as someone who works for him. I was hoping you would be more supportive, Kakushu. Very well, I shall only include conjecture directly relevant to the contents of the report. I think you should still tell him, just not in this format. I cannot help but dream ever larger. There are no bounds to what the mind can imagine. And if there are, let us both strive to find them, Kakushu, no matter who dies in their way. Okay. Yeah, and with that, I'm going to call it for here. Thank you for watching. I think next time I'm going to start on the what's it called? On the Island Sanctuary, but it may be the sort of thing where I don't put a video out on it for a little while, the same as I'm doing with the Arcosodora quest, where I've just been questing and recording as we get new pieces of content, but I won't put it out until there's a more of a meatier thing. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll try Island Sanctuary and I'll see what I think, and I'll yeah, so far I know it's casual and supposed to be pretty fun, and I know there's a whole bunch of new content that's come out recently. There was the new Criterion dungeons, and there's like Criterion and there's something else. One's the more hardcore, the other's the more casual. There's those two things. I'll probably try at least the more casual version. There's Hildebrand. And so, yeah, I will try all of that in the coming days and weeks. And so I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. It all helps, both me and the channel. See you later. Bye-bye.